Track baby, got another one. Duse M, BT. Jump on it, jump on it, jump on it. Jump on it, jump ride it like
Jump on it, ride it like Jockey. The hell smoking that loud, let's see yak with mama. Make your mama proud, popping it like shotty. Turn up, it's a gangster party.
PT, ain't never popped a Mari. But if I ever catch Mac, I'ma pop a Holly. I don't even rob a cop the Harley. Blowing so much green, I shame Marley. Yeah, I push the line to its full limit. Hit the hole like 22, boy, I'm a young Emmett. Nothing go like snow, now that's a cold image. Still whistling, sending, knocking them white women. Only reason I do it to avenge Emmett. To the day they go before they box me out. Knowing me, it don't matter, I simply take my route. On my hobby.
Where's. Salute to everybody. Welcome to the Damu Kiwe Conversation. Hit the like button on your way in. We definitely got the content. Crackhead Eddie. Muslim or informant. The internet's growing questions about BigEddieBoy hiding behind Islam. Y'all bang that like button on your way in. Go tell a friend. Share it with a friend. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna get into it, man. I was doing, hey, EddieBoy a snake. I was looking for your page and couldn't find it. EddieBoy the snake, right? Cut from a different cloth. Salute, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button on y'all way in. You know what I'm saying? Go and tell a friend. Y'all in here with the dime. Duse M, Big Messy Moore. Salute. What's up, big homie? 2-1. Hit the barber, 8-12. ETE, we got the content. Oh, yeah, we got the content on Crackhead Eddie. We're going to let some more people get up in here. Make sure y'all share. I know people watching the football, the whole family upstairs watching the game. And you know they Green Bay Packer fan. You know what I'm saying? So they all upstairs watching the game, but my Chiefs ain't there. And I know that make Messi and a lot of y'all, you know what I'm saying, a little happy. You know what I'm saying, that my Chiefs ain't there. Shout out to the black football guy, Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and fix this up real quick. As y'all can see, I'm downstairs in the basement, you know. So they could enjoy their football game. While they enjoy their football game, I'm gonna chase a little bit of this chalupa, you know what I'm saying, and run this content and flame up Crackhead EddieBoy. You know what I'm saying? Tony Brown, what up? 1-800 Brick City, what up? King Buck Wild, F the Union, what up? Salute. You already know what it is. Hey, look, man, we ain't gonna wait. We ain't gonna make y'all wait for everybody who wanna watch the football game and then come back later. We gonna get right into it. Let's go, man.
Track baby, got another one. Duse M, BT. Jump on it, jump on it, jump on it. Jump on it, jump ride it like
Jump on it, ride it like Jockey. The hell smoking that loud, let's see yak with mama. Make your mama proud, popping it like shotty.
Ain't never popped a Mari. But if I ever catch Mac, I'ma pop a Holly. I don't even rob a cop the Harley. Blowing so much green, I shame Marley. Yeah, I push the line to its full limit. Hit the hole like 22, boy, I'm a young Emmett. Nothing go like snow, now that's a cold image. Still whistling, sending, knocking them white women. Only reason I do it to avenge Emmett. To the day they go before they box me out. Knowing me, it don't matter, I simply take my route. On my hobby.
Where's. I know y'all was waiting for this one, man. I've been doing a whole lot today as far as getting the business together, man, the playlist together, all of the content, man. We registering the whole catalog. With this merch. We own the business. It's 2026. Bang that like button on your way in. And today we gonna talk about hiding behind Islam. You know, and off the top, there's a few people who come to mind as soon as you hear something like this. You know what I'm saying? Namely one, Crackhead Eddie. Eddie crack cocaine. You know what I'm saying?
Larry Jameson, salute.
Crackhead Eddie. Let's see what crack. This is what he known as.
Are we gonna get into all that? Hang around, Larry Jameson.
Look at this. Let's go. So this was another one. Kenny Kingpin. Ain't no telling. Ain't no telling, but ain't no telling who out here telling. Now you talking about Kenny Kingpin, Papa LQ. Now in this, who right now he's forgiven his Muslim brother of all transgressions. You know, I mean, if Papa LQ is the one that told me that one of his friends went on the lick with him and he ain't seen him since. I'm just saying, the nigga went to jail that long or came up missing. I didn't get all of the details. But he's the rekindled his flame, you know, with his big homie from the dime block. You know, the one that talks about rolling 60s business and rolling 60 investigation every day, though claiming he's no longer a member of the rolling 60s, but he had some kind of interest in the investigation, interest in the Big U. So Papa LQ, who, you know, we done booted up out the camp, you know what I'm saying? I thought he was the voice of the 6-0 of the Crenshaw district. He was close ties with Big U. He said Big U cut Duse M's off. Why y'all ain't heard nothing else from Kenny Kingpin, Kenny Squeal Pin, you know? But here he says, how would I know you wrote the big guy a letter if I haven't spoke to him? How in the fuck would I know that? I also know that 600, Whack 100, and EddieBoy is in the paperwork. He said that Whack 100, this Kenny Kingpin, Pop LQ, Whack 100, 600, and EddieBoy is in Big U's paperwork. He knows that. But here he is, no longer in communication with Big U, but still in communication with Crackhead Eddie, who has an interest in such matters, you know. And last night we talked a little bit about him, you know what I'm saying? And we also talked about the forbidden acts of a Muslim. Killing those who murder is prohibited by Allah. Adultery, stealing. Well, hold on. This is forbidden acts of a Muslim. Stealing is forbidden. So let's go ahead and get to this real quick. I remember Crackhead Eddie was talking about who is a Muslim and who ain't a Muslim. So let he without sin cast the first stone.
I think he's gonna go with me. I don't know. I'm trying to get Roger to go with us too.
Man, my life, bro, if you just coming in.
I'm just trying to get the brothers to move away from that YouTube scene. That's what I'm trying to do. Because they really not getting no real money on that side. They get money on what they're doing, whatever they're doing on the other side. So that's where they're getting their real money at. get the brothers to get away from that.
The area Detroit, I'm here for the content.
They got a price on that other dude, that clown head, man. I'm like, y'all taking that stuff that serious? Yeah, I'm gonna start trying to get away. You know, and I told him.
So for those that's hard to find, this picture is a picture of a dude from San Diego. This is Big EddieBoy, and the dude from San Diego. He passed away. I think he was from neighborhood 47 Crip or neighborhood Crip out of San Diego, and that's Crackhead Eddie right there.
I'm here for the bind.
And the dude from 47 neighborhood Crip, he passed away.
Baby, so, like, but if you just came in,
his son ended up with that picture, right? He one of those Instagram pages that keeps pictures of the Crippins and the Bloods, posted this picture. Crackhead Eddie seen the picture and seen the dude tagged into it who had posted who picture it was, which was this guy's son. And Crackhead Eddie reached out to him. Where'd you get that picture from? He said, my dad. He said, who's your dad? He said, the dude on the picture, which with EddieBoy. He said, I'm Big EddieBoy. That was your dad, man? He said, yeah, he passed away. So he get to talking to him. And EddieBoy ended up stealing money from this dude, man. Borrowing some money and never paying it back. We're gonna see if we got the audio. You know what I'm saying? Because I know y'all, I wanted to explain it to y'all first, but this the type of things that he does. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to it. Fake Muslim, crackhead EddieBoy steals money in the name of Islam.
I don't see what's the problem, man. I don't see how you. I just can't.
Tell him, Messi. Man, I ain't gonna tell you what I got, man, but I just be having. I got
shit. Can't say anything else to salute.
I gotta call you every day. You don't even reach out to me no more. I just gotta call you.
Hey, bro, if I have to get help, you would have to call.
If I had your money, then you wouldn't have to call me. He fakes like he's doing is so big. He moved into the same apartment building as the Crip cop, right? I don't know if that's a package deal from law enforcement or whatever. I don't know how he's able to afford staying in the marina. You know what I'm saying? But in any event, but he's stealing a couple $100 from this brother who he played on him, wanting to know more about his stories about his father. You know what I'm saying? To play him up out some money, and then he don't even get to do back his money for big acts of a Muslim. Stealing. Right? Fleeing the battlefield, desertion. Well, he already fled the battlefield when he dropped his flag. You know what I'm saying? On the battlefield, the penitentiary yard, right? Stealing the property of orphans. Dude, father is unalive, man. You know what I'm saying? Gambling. Forbidden acts of a Muslim. Gambling. So we just had done an interview, you know what I'm saying, where a dude was telling us, damn, Levi, you over here farting that shit stink, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit stink. But so we do the interview with the guy from 6-0. But before we get into that, let me take y'all to some other dudes. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the union. You know what I'm saying? Bang that like button. Tiny Draws, let's go. Listen to what Tiny Draws is saying. You know, I heard Crackhead Eddie last night talking about, 80% of the people over there don't want Big U to ever come back and all of this. Let's listen to this real quick.
Big U?
To the detriment of another Muslim. To the detriment of
like
another Muslim, though. Think about that, bro.
Salute, free Big U.
And any brothers that claim they Islam or they Muslims and they associate with this man or Papa LQ, nigga. Man, what the hell he do? Man, Papa LQ is a...
Look, EddieBoy the Snake. Look. Hold on. EddieBoy the Snake said, got me for 300 shaking my fucking head. Told y'all, bro. He out here stealing, claiming he's a Muslim. Those are forbidden acts forbidden by Muslims. They're listed in there, stealing. Let's go, scamming.
Grace, he's hiding behind Islam as well.
Hide behind Islam. Tell him, PD.
The crazy part is they had a conversation. They had a 5-minute chow down. And he said everything was good and walked off. And we looked up and he came on the internet. And now he's doing all this. Bro, you working. You got on the phone. And in the minute that you know the man didn't tell on you, but yet you running this shit, you getting around 600. And you switching it all up. Every time you do a video, if y'all pay attention to this video.
You working. You talked to Big U. And everything was good. You admitted that he didn't even tell on you. And then, next thing you know, you on there with 600, whack 100, and these people that you claim that you
He all right, he still live in the same spot,
you know what
right
I'm
now
saying?
on 35th.
That's a cold thing, right? So let me get
into Bear from the Dub.
We might got one more. Let me read some more, because I know everybody don't know about Islam. You know,
shout out my nigga Barrow.
So let me let you know something about
one
Islam.
of my best friends growing up.
It's a religion of peace, right? The Quran does not endorse wanting to kill other Muslims. It repeatedly treats intentional killing as a grave sin and restricts any use of force to tightly bounded contexts like self-defense in armed conflict, with strong warnings against transgression. Here are key themes with the most cited verses. Intentional killing is a major sin. Whoever kills a believer intentionally is condemned with severe spiritual consequences. Hell and God's anger. That's the Quran, 4th surah, the 93rd ayat. So whoever kills a believer intentionally, well, we know that you have actual death of a believer, a Muslim. But we're not talking about the unaliving physically of a Muslim brother by another Muslim brother. We talking about taking his life, his freedom, his soul, psychologically and spiritually. This is what we're talking
about. Rest in peace, bro.
This is what Crackhead Eddie said.
Research. I'm trying to remember you can research
to do, right? Even in conflict, aggression and excess are forbidden.
Wa alaikum assalam, brother.
Fighting is permitted in the context of being fought, attacked but do not transgress is emphasized. If the other side stops and seeks peace, ain't that what TD just said? TD just said whatever issue him and Big U and Crackhead Eddie had, they stopped, they talked, seeking peace. Believers are told to stop fighting and not continue hostility. Every day, these hostilities against Big U, a Muslim brother, Crackhead Eddie persists against another believer.
Probably hit me up on IG at Active Chuck, and I'm gonna hit you after this live.
Muslim on Muslim violence is treated as a serious wrongdoing and not a religious goal. The Quran explicitly addresses the scenario of two groups of believers fighting. Believers are instructed to make peace between them. If one side persists in aggression, the community is to restrain the aggressor until they return to peace, then reconcile with justice. That's the Quran, 49th Surah, 9th Ayat through 10. So, if one side persists in aggression, the Muslim community is supposed to restrain the aggressor. Why haven't the Muslim community, the Shiite Muslim community, EddieBoy's imam, one of his Muslim brothers, held him accountable for his transgressions, for his hostility, for persisting with aggression, even though the Quran speaks out against it? Wanting and intending harm is morally dangerous. While the Quran often focuses on actions, it also stresses accountability for intentions and hearts. Allah knows what's in your heart. All of that hate, all of that bitterness.
Let's get them likes up, man.
It exposes out of your skin pores.
Keith McCulley.
You out there working out, training, but we don't see no sweat coming off your head. Only thing exuding up out of your skin pores is jealousy, hate, envy, fear. And we can smell it through the YouTube channels. And the Quran also repeatedly condemns wrongdoings and oppression and unjust hatred. How are you going to justify that kind of hatred? Decades later, you ain't seen this man in 30 years. A desire to kill fellow Muslims would fall under unjust aggression and corruption rather than piety. Related ethical framing appears across the Quran and broader teachings on justice and avoidance. So now, what if about Muslims wishing ill of other Muslims, right? It's treated as a heart and character problem, not something praiseworthy. And Muslims are pushed towards reconciliation, justice, and guarding the tongue and the heart. He's over there masturbating at the mouth every chance he get about other Muslims. Don't let hatred drive you into wrongdoing. Be just. The Quran warns that animosity must not lead to injustice. Do not let the hatred of a people cause you to swerve from justice. Be just.
Oh, you married to Hash?
Chapter 5, 8. Believers are meant to be brothers.
Real quick, Israel, I gotta know you, bro. I'm trying to remember your face, but I definitely remember the name Research, and I know Hash very, very well. Me and Cash and Hassan, my nigga Iceberg, we went there when she stayed in Aliso Village, bro. I was about 11, 12, 13 years old top. You know what I'm saying? We went to Hash House. That's a fact. Let's go.
Sisters, fix conflicts, don't feed them. When believers fall into dispute, the command is reconciliation. Guess crackhead Eddie is above Allah, above his message.
No, this nasty work.
Right? So, as we were, avoid suspicious, spying, and backbiting. Social poison that often starts as wishing ill. The Quran explicitly condemns these in 49 ayat 12. Surah 49 ayat 12. Avoid suspicion, spying. He's spying for them people. This is against the religion of Islam. Yet he proclaims
ain't that like button.
Backbiting. This is against Islam. Yet crackhead Eddie and Papa LQ claim to be Muslim. Those are social poisons that often starts as wishing ill on others. Repel harm with good. Choose better responses. So the Quranic motto prayer is, our Lord, forgive us and our brothers who preceded us in faith, and do not place in our hearts any ransom towards those who believe. If you find yourself wishing ill, from a Quranic lens, the repair steps are basically stop feeding. Don't backbite. Don't spread rumors. You want to know what kind of rumors crackhead Eddie spelled? That Big U spread. That Big U was a rat. That he had a tape, that the feds gave him a tape, or the police gave him a tape of Big U snitching on him. And he has this video tape of him in the confession room. These are the things a Muslim doesn't do. But yet, crackhead Eddie Kane persistently and consistently does it in conjunction with an infidel, Christopher Love Boy. So, and he's his whole channel then turned to a homo. He's came out the closet on YouTube, talking about Skittles, and he's doing the same behavior as an infidel, a homosexual infidel. That's crazy, bro. Claiming to be a Muslim. Return to justice even if you're angry. Aim for reconciliation if there's a real conflict, and work on the heart. Ask God to remove ransom. Choose a better response. And then the hadith says, none of you will have faith till he wishes for his Muslim brother what he likes for himself. This is in the hadith, brother. You want for your brother what you want for yourself, right? So now the Quran teaches the same moral direction in several places: brotherhood, goodwill, and even preferring others over yourself. Believers are brothers, sisters, reconcile and protect the bond. The believers are but one brotherhood. And then he talks about who's a Muslim and not a Muslim. This same person who goes against all of these forbidden acts of Islam, these forbidden acts of a Muslim. We ain't even finished. These are just some of the things that he done, right? And judging someone's heart or faith worth with God, condemning. I know they're bad. They're not really a believer. Ain't that what he said about Big U? I know they're bad. They're not really believers. He's not a Muslim. There's 5 pillars in Islam. Let's go into this.
Ain't that like button?
See, I love the opportunity to really so we're gonna break down the 5 pillars of Islam one by one. And then, so the first thing is the Shahada, faith, the declaring belief, La ilaha illallah Muhammadan Rasulullah. That translates that there is no God but Allah, and that Muhammad is the messenger of God. You also must make prayer 5 times a day, performing 5 daily prayers as at prescribed times. Zakat, which is charity, giving regularly. Muslims do zakat. When I worked at Masjid Omar, I had a job. And my job was to pass out zakat every week and to clean up the masjid, right? Arabic bread, rice, lamb, chicken. Every week we would pass that out. We didn't miss a week. Every week we would pass that out in our community. Fasting during Ramadan. That's the holy month. And then the Hajj, which is every Muslim, if able within their lifetime, should do a pilgrimage to Mecca. That's called the Hajj. So as long as Big U is following all of those 5 pillars of Islam, he's a Muslim. But yet, that hate, that fear, that envy, that jealousy, that crackhead Eddie has in his heart, that he's allowed to fester for decades in his heart. And the coward never approached him with it. When he talked to him, he told him it was cool, right? Leave her alone. Sky, go get in your bed. Now, little girl. He told him it was cool. And just to come find out that it wasn't cool. He held this within his heart, right? He says that, oh, he ain't no Muslim. So don't purify yourself or act like you know who's truly righteous. So do not claim yourself to be pure. He knows best who is truly righteous, who fears him. So you think you're more
Hold on 1 second. I see you down there, Southern
pure of a Muslim than Big U? I'm quite sure Big U got his shortcomings. We're human. We all do. That's why we pray to Allah. We ask him to help us move us closer to his path. But one thing I know for a fact is zakat. You're not even in the same stratosphere as Big U. Big U dedicated his life. He gave charity. He made charity his life. Teaching children how to be boys how to be young men. Teaching discipline. Teaching structure. You don't even got your own structure together, let alone understand the necessity of structure in the life of these young people.
Salute, Southern Forest. Welcome. How you been doing today, brother?
Fuck with the union, you know what I'm saying? Crazy.
Oh yeah. Hey, that's
Crazy
all
shit.
praises, man. That's a good problem to have. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But right now we skinning this fake Muslim for disrespecting Islam with a false representation. Let's go, crackhead Eddie.
You weren't your kids growing up. So what is you doing for the community positively? You stealing from this young brother, right? Judging people's actions in the real world, accountability, disputes, wrongdoings, but only with justice and evidence. The Quran does require fair judgment when judgment is necessary. If you are in a position to judge fairly. When you judge between people, judge with fairness and justice. Don't let dislike turn into unfairness.
Oh, this is nasty work. This is nasty work.
Do not let the hatred of a people lead you to injustice. Be just. Recurring theme that they advise someone claiming to be a Muslim. So we're gonna get up off of that. Don't judge hearts. If you must judge actions, do it with proof and fairness, and don't turn it into mockery, suspicion, or backbiting. These are all of the things that this fake Muslim who ran to Islam, let's start there. This is somebody who went to jail a rolling 60 Crip. Big U was already a Muslim, right? He goes to jail as a rolling 60 Crip. And in jail, after he started getting his ass whooped, because they found out he told another betrayer on tone, allegedly, from 111 neighborhood Crip. And they started bringing him. He mad because Big U exposed him. And once Big U exposed him, that he the one told on tone for 111, he had a hard time in jail. The rolling 60s got the word. The neighborhood Crips got the word. So this is where a lot of that envy and hatred began to sit in. He blamed Big U. The coward never accepted responsibility for snitching on his own boy.
Nasty work.
He blamed Big U.
Pardon me, I'm in the attic, so my signal ain't
Right?
that strong.
So, under threat, knowing he needs some kind of protection, he turned to Islam. Under Islam, he felt he had some brothers that he could kind of make them believe he truly believed in Islam. Does he act like someone who truly believes in Islam? Just looking at his YouTube, does crackhead EddieBoy stealing from the young brother I told you? Let's get back into that, man. Right? Let's get back into that. He stole from Demon Time Exotics. See, this ain't a one-off. He's at the gambling casinos. The brother I interviewed said if you want to find Eddie, he ain't that hard. All you got to do is go to the casino. The Hustler, the Normandy, the Hollywood Park Casino. I'm not looking for that police ass nigga. And he better pray
EddieBoy,
I don't bump into him.
hold on.
Because I know
You are live on the show, so you know
myself.
you're not being recorded unknowingly. Do you hear me?
Yeah. I'm in a warehouse. What's up?
Yeah, man. So they want you to come on the show. That you say you want to come up, but you won't come up because Luke's here now, man. But
I'm not doing no back and forth, bro. That's somebody like I told you, I don't do stuff like that. Inshallah, I told you where I was at, what I need to accomplish, and things of that nature.
Can EddieBoy hear me?
He hear you.
Okay,
you hear
EddieBoy, why you just don't tell Cuz you took his money and that's it? Leave it like that.
I'm not gonna talk to that dude, bro.
But like I said, man.
No, listen. Why, EddieBoy? Why you so mad at me? Because nigga,
I don't move like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't
move like what, nigga? How, nigga? You can't say African and all this other stuff and then scam a nigga. The fuck is you talking about, nigga? You can't scam a nigga and then act like nigga you this Muslim, nigga. What the fuck is wrong with you, weirdo?
Act like this Muslim.
But I don't do that back and forth. I'm not gonna do
That's
that.
not doing no back and forth, bitch ass nigga. You scammed the nigga. You scammed Cuz, bro. He didn't have nothing. To do with nothing. He was a good nigga that's trying to make money.
Whatever thing you got going on money, and it don't have nothing to do with that brother. That brother always sitting there. He lie on people. He disrespect people, bro. I'm not into that, bro.
What is I'm lying about? Everything that I tell you is everything I say is true, you bitch ass nigga. You don't want to scam niggas.
What I need to do, and that's it. That's all.
Listen, cuz you scam niggas, bro, and you trying to flip the narrative.
Hold on. Let's do it like this. Can we have a? Hold on.
Bro, you got to understand. I do not care what people say about me. Bro, people been saying
because you a scammer, you a crackhead, bitch ass.
Hold on, let's do one at a time. Let's try to have let's try to just talk about this.
There gotta be something that prohibits a Muslim from smoking crack. Because he's out here still stealing like a crackhead. Like Friday after next. Remember the Christmas thief, the dude
with the Dada shirt
stuff to get high. There gotta be something in Islam against that.
I'm not in that lane. I'm not in no gang lane. I'm not in none of that type of stuff, bro. I'm on a whole different type of level, and I'm on a whole different path. They can call me a crackhead. They can call me this. They can call me that. They can call me this and they can call me that. I already got my lawyers on top of everything, and I'm gonna shoot shit about everybody that's sit up there defending my character and all that type of stuff. See, I already got that stuff in place, so I don't care about none of that type of stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I care about, brother, is like I told you, is freeing my little brother. That's all I care about. I don't care about none of that stuff. They can sit there talking about he was in a cell with a tranny, which is a lie. They can sit up there and say all that type of stuff, brother. But you cannot.
He said that his brother wasn't in there with a tranny. How you know? Was you SNY with your brother? Were you there when that police officer caught him? We caught him because he up digging up in the transmission. A man. He's going up in a man during count time. And a female correctional officer caught your brother in mid-stroke. Said, hey, you can't do that. We read the report. The report says, little EddieBoy said, I'm sorry. I wouldn't have did this had I known you was coming. The sheet fell down. She said, you can't have sex with men. Inmates cannot have sex with other inmates. She pressed the alarm on him. He went to the hole. And you denying that. Bring some proof that report that we got from Diamond Blue was fake. You see, he ain't tell him to bring his whole CFAP. That piece of shit brother you got. A fake Muslim and a transmission loving rat.
Ask nobody from my past demonstration from the 60s if I'm a crackhead, that I've been rolled up, that I told on people. The only thing they get that information from, they get all that stuff from Big
salute.
U. And everybody know why they getting that stuff from Big U. You can't get that stuff from
Ain't that like, but if you just came in, Papa Dirt,
none of my ex-comrades talk bad about my brother or anything like that. That's why I don't get on this type of stuff to say things of that nature, bro. So, like I said, bro.
What the fuck does this have to do with money's with cuz money? What do that have to do with cuz money? Hey, listen. Hey, money. Put cuz on mute, bro.
I'm a rat. I'm a snitch. You don't fuck with me and all. I don't have time for that kid.
I don't fuck with you, nigga. I told you, nigga.
All right, hold on. Hold on, Eddie.
Gonna tell me to push that narrative that
Eddie.
help you, nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga.
Hold on. Eddie, let him respond, bro. Eddie, let him respond, bro. I knew he was gonna do that.
Yeah,
see, I don't respect that.
Because is a liar, bro.
I don't respect that. We let you talk, Eddie. We let you talk, bro. We let you get your side out, and then you ain't want to let them talk, bro. You know what I'm saying? I asked him to be quiet so you could speak, and then you let him respond, bro.
Listen, you have to understand this, right? These niggas I don't push false narratives, because if I see some bitch in you, if I see some snitching in you, if I see any of that, nigga, on neighborhood crib, nigga, I'm walking away. Nigga, I don't give a fuck with who say it. Nigga, ain't nobody is gonna make me swallow my morals or my integrity to help push a narrative that I don't believe in. If cuz scammed you, nigga, fuck that nigga for life, because nigga, you don't have anything to do with anything. Nigga, you ain't a gang banger, nigga, you a civilian, you a podcaster. So when niggas try to push that narrative on 6-0, fuck them. Crib Street.
Hey, go ahead. I see.
So that's crackhead Eddie over here.
Slow
stealing
down.
The property of orphans. The other brother who was telling them, why you ain't call? If I had your money, I would have called. Stealing and scamming money out of Demon Time Exotics, money from Demon Time Exotics. He's known to frequent the gambling casino.
Yeah, Big U Muslim name is Hannibal.
He tried to sell the brother some marijuana. This is not a Muslim.
Salute.
This is a cow hiding behind Islam. Cooperating with the oppressors. This is forbidden.
Master Cody turned Eddie King Muslim.
Didn't you tell us that you sat down with the feds, crackhead Eddie? Well, where's your statement at? Why don't you bring us, since you said you weren't a snitch, why don't you bring us the statement that you made about bring us the statement that you made to the Fed.
Joshy, salute.
Let me see. I'm gonna find something else I wanted to
I don't know why.
show y'all.
There we go.
So this lie, when we talked about taking a false oath, cooperating with the oppressors, associating with the oppressors, these are forbidden acts of a Muslim. So what we gonna do is we gonna let y'all know how crackhead Eddie does each of these forbidden acts.
With 3-finger gloves.
Of a Muslim. Let me make sure I get y'all the right one now.
Cutting grass, the Dada velour shirt, cutting grass at 90 degrees for a buck. He want that early morning wake up. Cosmo Khan, dude in the top corner with that hat, like the
Let me see. That ain't it.
Oh yeah, Cosmo converted.
That ain't it.
Maybe your daddy do.
Oh, it was one of those. Boom, here it go, right here.
He couldn't even wait 30 minutes till count was over. What a pervert.
Yeah, I mean, give me a couple seconds, man. You know, you got to bear with a player, man. You know what I'm saying? Me and Maria,
he definitely,
y'all know we do the family thing. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, nasty work. Yeah, transformer and the muscle. That's a different kind of type of hell. Yeah, he gonna burn in hell for that.
Let's go.
Remember I told you, brother, when I was in Carson, dude, I got dudes that, you know, they work for them alphabet boys. They told me.
When I grew up in Carson, dude, my friends, they work with the alphabet.
That's why he keep his face covered fat.
Boys. Let's go. Now it's so.
Share this live. Hype us up, man. Hit that like button. Let's go.
Friends. Work with alphabet boys.
You know them Negroes finally getting that video audios on that dude up in there getting down?
They gave me the video audio, that dude in the interrogation room talking about Big U, telling them. Lie. All for
Shabazz Charles, salute. A Freedom of Information member.
both
and I've been said that. Salam alaikum, brother. Salute to the fruit, man.
Oh, is that right?
I'm gonna let y'all hear it again.
Damn.
They work with the alphabet. They police.
Eddie Boy friends with them alphabet.
They work for them alphabet boys. They police, boy, bro. You know them Negroes finally getting that video audios on that dude up in there getting down? Oh, is that right? I got it.
And then he proceeds to snitch jacket Big U, another federal tactic, saying he has the video confession of Big U telling in the interrogation room, telling on him. Snitch jacket. One more time.
Carson, dude, I got dudes that. Remember I told you, brother, when I was in Carson, dude, I got dudes that, you know, they work for them alphabet boys. They police, boy, bro.
Alphabet boys.
You know them Negroes finally getting that video audios on that dude up in there getting down? Oh, is that right? I got it. Oh, damn.
They work with the alphabet boys. They police.
Yeah. You know, they work for them alphabet boys. They police, boy, bro. You know them Negroes finally getting that video audios on that dude up in there getting down? Oh, is that right? I got it.
And then he proceeds to snitch jacket Big U. Then he snitch jackets Big U. It's a nasty word. But there's a whole lot of other things that's forbidden of a Muslim that crackhead Eddie does, hiding behind Islam. Same thing with LaCour. Pop LQ. Let's go.
Regularly talking to the feds.
I think it was in California. Now, as far as him getting pulled out talking to the feds, I don't know if it was the feds or I don't know if it was regular police number. They was coming to get him. Coming to get him.
But he just said some shit that EddieBoy so dumb he telling on himself. You know a nigga rat when he's ratting on himself, right? But he said some shit about that his friends in Carson, when he was growing up in Carson, his friends,
That's the clip I just
they worked
played.
with the Alphabet Boys, they police, right? And so that's what's making me believe that it was actually the feds that he was dealing with. And then even more recently, he talked about having powerful friends in high places that allowed him to hear all of the Big U wiretaps right now, regularly talking to the feds.
I think it
So EddieBoy was in Calipatria State Penitentiary, and the feds was pulling him over. I mean, pulling him out of the cells. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, one of the forbidden acts of Islam is
Just bang that like button, man.
associating with the oppressors, cooperating with the oppressors. This is what he's doing. He's been doing this. In fact, we're going to get to Monster Cody. Let's run through these now. Let's run through these now. Because he's been lying.
He want us to believe that he was under Abel as Baker. He want us to believe that he was on Abel road and only 60 over there. And on Abel and Baker is nothing but Ubers and they play gangsters. You want us to believe that Jews was the only one over there and they didn't and nothing happened to them. And we talking about 1988. I mean, no, we talk about 1985, 86.
Yeah, gangbang is at its zenith.
And you want us to believe that you in there with Seth Tripp and Hoover Sanders with the business, Monster Cody in there with the business. Monster wasn't Sanika secure yet. He was still Monster Cody, maybe 3rd Street. You know?
Yeah.
So Eddie comes out here lying as if he was a joint. You know what I'm saying? About the 60s. He was guilty by association. See, that's what a lot of dudes do from every hood, right? They associate with Eminem, with Duse M, right? And try to live off of his reputation, off of the work he done put in. You know what I'm saying? Relationships he's established. And most people would assume, well, he did hang with Duse M, but you don't got to be a gangster to hang with me. I'm the gangster. That's how I thought. I'm a protector. You don't need to be the protector. Now, if we out together and you don't fight back, then I'm going to cut you off. If you claim in the hood, the standards is up here, but you don't got to be super extra to hang with me. I got square friends, and we smooth. You know what I'm saying? Because they stay in their lane. But in any event, he gets out here. Don't nobody know him. You know what I'm saying? Baby EddieBoy was the name. Don't nobody know him. He done did all his time in the pen, flipped to being a Muslim, and now he gets out and he talk about what he was doing 40 years ago. 40 years ago. Think about that. But you want us to believe you was that active, that you was about that business, but you was in the Crip module on the T, I think it was Baker Road, with Monster Cody, Hoover Sam, and these set tripping ass Hoovers and gangsters. And you didn't have to run no phase. You didn't get packed out. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get to the next one. We got about 3 more, man. We got about 3 more and we'll be done. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Side rolling 60 Crip, who brother little EddieBoy was made a statement at the hospital after Monster Cody shot him in the ass. Nigga 6'8", 6'10", get shot in the ass, coming to bust on them. And when them niggas do what they do, this nigga make a statement against Monster Cody. So he said, Monster Cody said, when I get to the county, I was immediately rushed to 4800, the Crip module. Out of 18,000 inmates in Los Angeles County at that time, all wore blue jumpsuits except the 150 Crips who were in 4800. They wore gray. Everybody who wanted to take a shot at us could, as we stood out like flies in the buttermilk. When I arrived, Lil Fee was there, as was Big EddieBoy, the victim's brother. Him being a West Side rolling 60 Crip. Then he talked about his brother, Lil EddieBoy, the one who.
Man, pardon technical difficulties. You know what I'm saying?
We read the whole with his interactions with a transmission and being caught. And he was a victim back then, a cooperating witness against Monster Cody. But this is the guy, he's dying to get out of jail. You don't believe there's some nefarious BS going on? Come on, let's go. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, lying. Yeah, we can get to this. So here's the transcript, case text I posted.
Let's make sure it's not.
Now, later on, did you give Austin the opportunity to make a full statement to you? Yes, sir, I did. How did you do that? With a Miranda call. You advised him of Miranda? Yes, I did. This is the police on the stand. The one who said he made a statement, right? And did he offer to give you a full statement? You haven't given him the opportunity? He declined. So you said, Big, you lied on him. I mean, told on you, but you lied on him. That's another forbidden act in Islam, bro. You know what I'm saying? Lying. Why would you lie? And that goes back to what we was talking about. That's number 22 on forbidden acts in Islam, right? So what we got? We got 2 more. Let's get to them. Get these up out the way. Me and Maria.
Don't get caught with your drawers. Damn.
Hold that up, even though I gotta get this content out.
He was there, as was Big EddieBoy.
Oh, we already did that one. We did that one. My bad. Bang that like button on y'all way in. Bang that like button if you just coming in. Bang that like button. You did. Here it goes. And Kermit Alexander's family murders. The story was that it was supposed to have been a hit,
but that he got in the wrong street. Only even we weren't doing hits. It made the syndicate story carry a little more weight. Lil Fee was taking the high power, maximum security, and BigEddieBoy got released. Thus, my contact with Lil Eddie fell off, and surprisingly, he came to court to testify. Right? So he's saying that BigEddieBoy got released. BigEddieBoy is trying to connect himself and saying how he got off that road was because the East Coast versus Hoover, Hoover versus East Coast, right? So Pete, we were housed in Hoover and the Gangsters versus the East Coast, I believe, riot that they had there. But here it is, where Crackhead Eddie is lying again. He said that we all know that he was in the county with Monster Cody. We all know Lil Fee was there with him also. Monster Cody had documented this in his book while he's in there for busting on he shot Lil EddieBoy in the ass. You know what I'm saying? And now his big brother come in there and you don't want to fade with this nigga that just shot your brother? Nigga, you wasn't no G, nigga. Nigga, imagine somebody shot your sibling and is in jail for it. And you don't want any rival gang member, and you don't want that fade. Nigga, you's a bitch. Fuck you gonna tell us 40 years later you was a G. Nigga, you was a bitch. And then you lying. Monster Cody says you left the unit because you was left his block because you was paroled. You told us that you left the block because they separated all of the East Coasts and the neighborhoods to the other side, but it was an East Side versus West Side thing. So why would you be going to the tier where the East Side niggas was at? This is crazy, bro. Another forbidden act of a Muslim. But this dude doesn't have any kind of morals. He doesn't stand for anything. He didn't stand for nothing then when he was a rolling 60 Crip member to now. After he done buried his flag in his bone, that was the right thing to do because you was faking anyway. Right? You know, so I don't even know why I took this time then other than to educate others because you ain't shit. You's a fake Muslim. You're a thief. You're a liar. If you lie, you steal. If you steal, you a cheat. And you're definitely the prime example of what a Muslim is not supposed to be looking like. And you do this in front of hundreds of, if not 1,000 viewers every day. You're bitter, filled with jealousy and hatred, envy. You're a coward. Scared of Big U. You gonna have to watch this one over.
That 80% of the people in the Crenshaw district don't want Big U back around there. Let us see that poll. Because I've seen different. I get messages daily. What's up with Big Bro? How can I help him? Is there anything that I could do? These kids, coaches on the team, crying, asking about Coach Eugene. What's up with Coach U?
Salute, salute, salute.
Kids out in the IE don't have transportation to play for Crenshaw no.
Oh yeah, that's messing up.
Big U made sure that all those kids
anyway.
were picked up and took it home. And sometimes they didn't have to go home. He had 12 kids in his house. His wife mad as a motherfucker. Hey, you pale in comparison. There is no comparison. So stop clout chasing. Stop trying to put your name in history to his. You guys had one thing in common. You already didn't like it. You had one thing in common. And that was that y'all was trying to get some money together and got caught. Outside of that, you're the devil. Faking in the name of Allah. Hey, listen, this is Damu Kiwe Conversations. And to tell an example of those who hide behind Islam to work with the oppressor, crackhead EddieBoy. What a disgrace. He's a piece of shit. I'm gone.
I said what I said. Southern Force, you want to add something to that, brother? Oh man, that was nasty work. That's how you cook a fake Muslim. You know what I'm saying? You got something you want to say, Southern Force? Oh, you muted up.
Can you hear me?
There you go.
I can hear me now.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, but you know what, dudes? These are the cats that we be seeing when we be locked up. These are the same ones who are scared to get their put up because they want to put their dudes as a warrior to the tribe, and they go run to Islam. They don't convert or change their life or change their way they handle things in life. They turn around and use it as for fear of getting that put off. And I've been saying, I see that a lot more. Like, if you're gonna stand on your beliefs, stand on your beliefs. Don't sit up there and be bullshitting and sit up there and go against the tradition, go against the religion. Because if you do that, then you're not even a Muslim, man. You just false praying and false practicing. So a lot of that's these cats that my old school partner used to tell me to watch around you, because these are same ones that pray right next to you, but turn around and stab you in the back if you ain't careful.
Right.
And I'm gonna land that one.
Oh yeah. Well, I just want to say, we ain't through. We got the content. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
So today, CS2 back in them was on Clubhouse with Crackhead Eddie, and I guess they knew this was coming. I warned them the other day. You know what I'm saying?
Nasty work.
They talking shit about my brother Tiny Draw. He don't even do the internet, but that's okay, man. He ain't got to do the internet. He got a brother that do. So let's get to this.
With the homies, Break TV. Let's get right to it.
And Nina Boy.
What?
Yeah, that's a part of there. That's a part of that. Big U was on the phone with them when they was talking about that.
So look, this is what I was thinking too, though. Like, you him, he got me fucked up. Where I understand what's going on, and like that whole situation when Big U was on.
Hold on. How is? I thought that. Why are these people always talking about us? Of everybody in entertainment, with all of the wars and shit going on, they ain't got no content. Y'all want to know why? Because we control the narrative. They're always going to talk about and wonder what we're doing. That's crazy. That's when you know you're doing something right.
That whole, what was it, Nouveau? That whole situation when he came to whacking shit. I think talk to that nigga too.
No, when he was you talking about when they got into it. They talking about Tiny Draws, the one did something to Whack or something like that. Yeah, that's a lie too. That
Man, them niggas be.
Tiny Draws ain't did shit to Whack, bro.
Yeah, I know that for a fact.
And then we just talk about that it's forbidden of Muslims to lie, and he just sat here and told a bold-faced lie.
I don't know about that case he got up there with the people.
Now Tiny Draws got
yeah.
Right.
We just sit back watching the show.
Yeah, that's what it is. That was a lie. I know that's a lie for a fact. Tiny Draws ain't never touched Whack.
Yeah, I know that for a fact too, though. Man, that's crazy.
Dude still over there. Dude, he ain't talked about the wire I got.
Nah, he ain't talked about that. He ran content. I think he ran content.
Yo,
on
Wack,
me.
you got any update on Hocus Rico?
Nah, we'll look into it. I have my team go look.
Oh yeah, make sure you find, because he gonna tell, man. He
telling for sure.
He probably already working.
He's going to tell, nigga, for sure.
Yeah, it's Brian Angelo. I follow Hocus for a Fifth a lot, man. So he gonna be telling soon, man. Let me know if you need any help with that, bro. I got you.
The police officer at the scene told me to never sue.
Kiwe Conversation. Hey, y'all hit that like button. We the talk of the town, bro. We don't even got 10,000 subs. Sub if you ain't already sub, man. Help us get there. Got about 300 more we need, man.
Yeah, Chuck, that dude be lying a lot, man. He run content on me. He lies on me. He lies on Whack. He lies on everybody, bro. He just get up there and lie.
Wasn't he trying to be your friend at one time?
He wasn't trying to be my friend. I don't know him, so I don't talk to dudes that I don't know, bro.
For sure.
I don't even know that brother, man. I don't know that brother. I ain't never seen that brother. And he act like he know me. He act like he walked in my shoes and lived my life or something like that, man. I sit back and laugh at that dude, man. That dude ain't nobody. He couldn't even stand next to me, bro, and on some real shit, like physically wise. First of all, he smoked too much. He drank too much. He don't work out. His stomach, like he's 6 months pregnant or something. Man, he don't want to stand next to me.
Well, first, you got it all fucked up. I don't even drink. Well, maybe once in a blue moon of New Year's or one of my guys' birthdays or something. But keep on misreading the play. That's how niggas underestimate a real one. That's how a lot of niggas done got knocked out. Let's get back to the content.
Don't nothing, bro. And I just sit there and laugh at
like,
it.
I be looking at it. I be like, damn, why do that? Going so hard? Like, what's the point? Like, but I get it. Like, he got a hatred towards Whack 100 because he figured like he should be the voice of the West Coast. But like, I don't even get that part. Like, I don't get how he thinks that he
when you run content on a dude every day, all day, every day, it becomes redundant.
Wait, bro, we just ran some content on Crackhead Eddie, right? Hold on. We're going to get to this real quick. We just ran some content on Crackhead Eddie. We just ran some content on the essay. We run all kind of content that they can't even do it. But how y'all going to talk about us, saying something about you bitch ass niggas, and y'all over there with my dick down y'all throat? This shit is weird, bro. Let's go, man.
So, and people tend not to believe it because you running the same content all day, every day.
People tend not to believe CS2 back. They ran content on Big U every day for almost 3 years. I mean, what's the difference? It's cool when you do it. There's something wrong when I do it. Suck my
right.
So, and that's just what that is. Man, okay, now, true enough, certain dudes ain't like Whack. Certain dudes are gonna not like him. Certain dudes is. So can't nobody do nothing about that, bro. People like who they like, bro. So irregardless, like dudes like him. Dudes don't like him. Dudes like Big U. Dudes don't like Big U. So what is it? What's the issue? What is the issue? And then this is the kicker though. He said that me, Rose, Whack, 600, we put Big U in jail, right? He said we put him in jail. See, and you got to see anybody with any type of reason and logic, they'll understand that, bro. We haven't been around Big U. I haven't been around the man in 30-something years, so I know I haven't said nothing about the man because I don't know what the man had going on.
Yeah, I remember you.
Bro, you came on the internet talking about you know a lot and don't get you to talking, and then you did what's called open source intel. That's what all you niggas been doing. Open source intel. Let's go.
Man, specifically, like a lot of times when it came out and niggas was asking you questions, like, look, man, I'm not involved in that life. I'm a Muslim.
Right.
So like, how the fuck can they include you?
But I don't know. That's what Duse. That's Duse M theory. That's his theory. He said that we got him in jail. Like, but what can we add to the pot to have that man in jail? Nah, bro. His Big U crew got him in jail. Big U crew, them non-affiliates, them celebrities and stuff like that, got him in jail. You know what I'm saying? His crew. Now he don't.
So you mean to tell me that open source snitching from Loose Cannon and Whack 100 didn't have nothing to do with Big U being in jail? Is that what they want me to believe? Southern Force, let me know if I'm hearing this crackhead right. Is they want us to believe that open source intel had nothing to do with it when it was so important that they presented it to the grand jury. Shit about Meek Mills that was not even true. They presented to a jury reading off the transcripts from DJ Academic show with Loose Coochie Ashley. The shit that Whack 100 brought Loose Cannon on No Jumper to say. Alleging that Big U's motor operandi is to rob somebody for $60,000, give them back 40 and keep 20 and cut the dudes he sent to rob them out of. This is called open source intelligence, bro. And they're using it. You don't gotta ask me, ChatGPT. Open source intel. So what do you mean you ain't been there? You hear shit, you doing investigations for the police, you talking about somebody else who ain't even your business, bro. You say you don't even like them. You know what I'm saying? You say you don't even like him, but you talking about him. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You niggas is the police. Let's go.
Just from his crew, they got him
Big U got himself in jail.
Listen,
right.
Big
His crew, he got himself in jail, but his crew is the one telling on him.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, is it
his right hand man? But yeah, Bear Claw. Everybody that's out right now, bro, is compromised. Everybody got a signature bond. It's compromised for sure, through and through. Them dudes is compromised, and everybody know this.
Trap
and everybody understand. Trap money. Everybody, bro. Everybody that's out right now, did flipped on that boy already.
Hit that like button.
Hey, what's going on with Brick situation? Did his days get changed or something like that?
No, he his PSI, from me reading his report, his PSI report was wrong. So I think he put that back. His lawyer.
But y'all saying it was suspicious. Brick finna tell. This what EddieBoy had said. Brick finna tell this suspicious. He flipping on Big U. His court date's close to Big U's finna go to trial. He finna tell on Big U. That's what you praying for. All this disinformation. You don't know what the fuck going on, bro. People change their People change their sentencing date multiple times to make sure that they're prepared before they get sentenced. It could be some kind of downward departure for mitigating factors, or it could be like he said for cooperation, or it could be for visiting because you're in downtown LA. So you might be getting sent out of state. You could be in buttfuck America tomorrow in the Fed. Then wake up the next day and they take you to Alaska. So you might want to get your last visit seen. You know what I'm saying? Man, wait some more time, man. You know what I'm saying? I need to see my people ain't doing good right now. I need to be as close as home to get as many visits as possible to keep up with this date. I done ran out of phone minutes. You only get 300 minutes a month. Let's go, man.
We put that back for that type of situation.
Oh, okay.
But they put
But
it
it's
on
just a
Brick
red
after
flag because they put it back like almost at the same time. Them dudes gonna start trial, so dudes gonna speculate it's something like that. But it was in the Brick motion that something was wrong in the PSI.
Hey, you think Brick got anything to do with that case? Because you say he don't, but like, do he?
No, man. But if you read the case and you read the documents, they saying Brick was being extorted.
Right, I see
Right. So I don't know if he has something to do with that case. I don't know. I know this though that he sat down with them people when they let him out, and we don't know what he told them people. So we just don't know, and you just can't sit there and say he's said this and he said that because we don't know what he said.
Tell him,
Right.
Lou, from the Lou.
But if he did say something, you can rest assured if Big U go to trial, it's all gonna come out. Because one thing for sure,
Some of that shit is gonna be in a secret proceeding, so it might not never come out.
But one thing for sure, it's gonna come out,
You
bro.
gotta face his accuser.
Yeah, if they look, if the federal government need them dudes to help convict that brother, it's gonna come out. It's coming out, bro. But you guys got to understand this day and age.
Hey, look at this. They said them people got EddieBoy on there muddying the waters. Laugh out loud. You know it's bad when the Muslim gets on the clubhouse to discuss the Crenshaw district with randoms. Yeah, he ain't got nobody else from the Crenshaw district with him. He on here talking to confidential source two back about the Crenshaw district and Big U. They're over there shaking like a snitch at a gangster party. Niggas over there trembling like a loose transmission, nigga. These niggas still talking about Big U, nigga. Let's go.
Man, nobody really care who telling, bro.
Don't nobody care who telling.
They don't, man. They don't care about all that, man.
They don't care about all that, man.
It's like niggas don't care who telling.
Listen,
Niggas do anything for money. So like you give me the vibes like they'll fuck over their mama.
Right. They don't care about that telling stuff, man. That telling stuff, man. That stuff, that 80, 90 type concept, that been out the window. You know, I see dudes on the internet now saying that they ain't going to jail for nobody. They ain't doing 25 years for nobody. They gonna tell. You know. So my thing is like if you can't handle what you getting into, just don't get into it. You know, so you don't have to sit there and tell on nobody.
Right, sure.
I lost $50,000 because I didn't buy a domain.
Podcast. Shout out Shortstop in the Field podcast. It still fuck the union, though. Let's go.
So, but let's say after the fact that somebody did get themselves involved or something. So y'all saying that the telling is okay, or like is it?
No. We're not saying it. No,
You just saying it's the reality of it. It's just the reality, right?
That's the dumb genius. Oh, Imam. Remember Imam? I paid him. He from the death of the Cloud Chasers. I paid him to make the Hip Hop Police video exposing Whack 100, the one on World Star. He's over there back with Death of the Cloud Chaser. Ain't went nowhere. He got his little Instagram page going, but man, Instagram don't pay like that. His YouTube page is dead. But he's so smart. He's a smart dummy, but he's so smart. He tells them, so wait, so you're saying that people don't care about snitches? Y'all people with loud voices keep trying to push that narrative, but I'm seeing shit. Listen, niggas been getting demoed. Nigga, this shit is all on Instagram. Nigga, all on TikTok. Rats been getting caught in them penitentiaries and on them streets, and niggas has been demoing them. But they don't want to talk about that. They want everybody to feel you can do this without repercussions. Trick these kids up out their life. Listen to this nigga.
But let's say after the fact that somebody did get themselves involved in something. So y'all saying that the telling is okay, or like is it?
No. We're not
I
saying
didn't
it.
say
No,
It's just you're just saying it's the
y'all is a
reality
lot
of
of
it.
people.
It's just the reality, right?
I didn't
I'm
say
just
that.
the reality of it is, bro, that people do not give a shit who's telling nowadays, bro. That's the
No
reality.
cap.
That's in 2025, 2026, bro. Don't nobody care about that stuff, bro.
You
Dudes
are
sweep that
seeing
stuff up under the rug.
videos of people getting assaulted and maimed for telling.
Hey, bitch dollar 64 ain't lying, right? I can't stand this piece of shit, dick sucking piece of shit, right? But he ain't lying. He's been seeing the same thing on his feed that I've been seeing. So he's telling him, and his mom is telling EddieBoy, nah, you talking about niggas don't care.
As well.
But there are people out there that still care too, though. I get the
Yeah,
point,
they care.
EddieBoy.
Niggas get dealt
I
with for
agree
sure.
with the point you're
These
making for the most
entertainers,
part,
the
though.
entertainers,
It
they
seems like they're on
entertainers,
the
bro.
internet.
They caked up. These entertainers, they caked up. They where they going? You know what I'm saying? But believe me, like niggas,
If
like
you
if Brick
have a
Baby was
bag,
telling,
you have
bro,
a yeah.
it'd be some repercussions behind that for sure.
If you're not in the streets, there's no reason for you to care.
It almost feels like sometimes, especially in this sector, it's like an echo chamber, right? Certain people keep trying to amplify this. There's nothing wrong with telling. Everybody's telling. It's like, and I'm not talking about the point EddieBoy makes, but
it's a
it is a few
reality
people
though.
like that, you know, that got loud voices and shit that push this message. And I'm just wondering, like, is that reflective of everybody? You know what I'm saying? Is it just kind of an echo chamber, or is that really a sentiment that's across America like that?
It's starting to be like this. It's getting like that because you got even look at the cartel. The cartel tell on each other all day, every day. Right?
Your brothers, make sure to go out on
So
Sunday.
you have to understand, bro, that there's levels to that stuff, man. It depends on who you are. You know, if you got, say for instance, say for instance, me and you catch a case and you got a bunch of bread and you get out on me and you go back to wherever we was going at and kicking at, but you got the sack and you got the bread and you put everybody down, they will overlook that.
No, that's a fact.
Right.
Politics, yeah.
Right. So it just
that's always been like that.
Right, always right. So that's just what it is. So, you know, and dudes are just very selective on they say who's telling or something like that. Now, if you don't have those,
because
I don't know how
Eddie, we went over this shit.
As a scope,
90% of the nigga Big U had around him, he knew had telling allegations already.
Right, exactly. He's right about that.
So they gonna do everything he say do because they feel like the only reason why they ain't being politicked on is because of him. But yet,
yeah, he saved a lot of them dudes and they still turned on him.
Right.
He made a safe passage for a lot of them brothers, man, and they still turned their back on him, bro.
They turned on him because they feel like they felt like he was gonna turn on them.
You're gonna have to
well,
wait.
they already knew he was gonna turn on them.
Shit, I don't know about right now if he's gonna turn on them because he's the main focus. You know, because
Facts, dude.
Turn on anybody.
Oh, if if he had the if he had the opportunity, he's gonna get it. If he had the opportunity to save himself, reason and logic, he's gonna get out.
Eddie Abdul Aziz.
Ain't no it's about that, bro. The man 59 years old, the man my age, so I know he's gonna try to save himself.
You know that they lost when they had.
He thinking of anything he can think of right now.
Hey, I ain't lying. You right when you say it like that. That nigga 59. He can keep it all the way hood.
I don't. He's not gonna. If he get a way out, he's gonna take that way out, bro.
You know that.
Only rats that know they can't stand up against it gonna put that on somebody that they don't even know. Bro, you don't know a man's heart until his heart is exposed, bro. I thought that the nigga that told on me, a cold-hearted killer, turns out to be a killer rat, but a cold-hearted killer would have been the last one on my bank robbery to tell. And he was the first one, the only one. You don't never know what a person gonna do until they up against it. The ones you think that's gonna keep it solid end up being the ones that tell. EddieBoy want him to tell so that he can say, see, I told y'all he wasn't like that. He just like me. No, nigga, Big U ain't going out like a rat, bro. One thing I know about Big U, he knows he has a legacy. He know he's left his children the book rights to his life, the documentaries and movies to his life, passed on to his children. Nigga, he is not gonna do it. He ain't you niggas, bro. He cares about his legacy. You ain't got no legacy. You's a fucking crackhead, an informant, a fake Muslim. Let's go, man.
Wack know that, and I know that.
Let me tell you the coldest trick bag they got him in. They ain't added the murder to the LA.
No, they gonna wear him out with this Fed shit.
They
They
didn't
gonna
serve.
drag him to Las Vegas.
Yeah, they gonna let him get done with this out here, and the federal, they gonna pull him to Vegas. No, that's the state. They're gonna charge him with a federal murder. That just ain't no statute of limitations to the murder.
It's the murder.
So they don't have to charge him.
State though.
They saying he crossed state lines.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's federal. That's why when I was in court, they said they was going to introduce the murder book in the trial anyway.
They gonna wait till he's done with LA, and then they gonna pull him over there to Nevada, to the federal building. I know that because they already then told Marty Marl's attorney he will be subpoenaed for the federal murder trial.
Now, this is why Duse M exposed that CS2 back, crackhead Eddie, Rico the Rat Rod Gate, and the Crip Cop were all working with the feds in this investigation, targeting them. They all were the ones telling us Big U had a RICO coming. They told us a year and a half, 2 years before. They the ones that told us when the feds were coming to get Big U. Oh, before Easter. They coming to get him before Easter. And then here it goes, Whack 100. Again, tied to another informant whose plans to testify on Big U in the murder of RW in a Vegas case. The Vegas case ain't even charged. But Whack 100 is his brother. This is what he said on No Jumper. Molly Mall is his brother, is implicating Big U into a murder he has nothing to do with. He had ties with Dale Morster. I know him. Monster. I know. I did business with him. He told. He telling. Loose Cannon Ashley. Loose Lips. Loose Bowels Cannon. He brought him. Gave him the stage to implicate Big U in all kind of crime. And right now, it sounds like he's doing the same with Crackhead Eddie on Clubhouse. Him and Bad Luck Cheeseburger Chuck. the fake Vice Lord nigga claim me for Chicago. Fake Blackstone nigga claim me for Chicago, but the nigga live in Vegas. And don't nobody in No Limit know the nigga. This is why we know these. This is how we knew that these. Well, we already figured because I was front row watching this whole shit unfold. You know what I'm saying? And so we already suspected what type of shit these niggas was on because they kept saying Big U got a RICO. You don't know somebody got a RICO until the indictment dropped, bro. How you know a nigga got an indictment 2 years before that? Oh, you talk to them people, right? Come on, we almost finished. But yeah, CS2 back and his lawyer, they know what Big U don't even know, and it's his case. That Marley Marl is being summoned to testify against Big U in the Vegas murder case. Because the state of Vegas gonna pick it up after he finished fighting his federal case. This is nasty work.
In the state of Nevada.
Yeah, so he don't have no choice but to go to trial, bro. He's in a pickle right now.
Listen, it's called Connect
Like
Team,
Big
and
U
it's
didn't know the
insane.
niggas
I don't do
Orlando
schedules
was
or
telling,
timesheets.
but Wack knew they all was telling. Dale told him he was telling on Big U. Marley Marl told him he was telling on Big U.
But you know what? You never see them dudes run content on the dudes that really getting down on him, bro. They talk about Daryl Morrison, but they don't talk about them dudes he had up.
Dale Morrison, not Daryl Morrison. And why are you niggas worried about what we run over here? Southern Comfort, is that gay? You niggas say y'all don't like us. You niggas say that we're liars. All of this shit. Then why are you guys so obsessed with what the fuck we running over here? That make sense. Because they know we gonna kick the real over here, bro. Facts. Uncut, no selective politicking, call a ball, a strike, and how we see it. We're human. We can be wrong about certain facts, but we got like a 99.9% accuracy rate. You know what I'm saying? I want Southern Force build on that for me real quick. First, two things, right? How do you feel about WAC 100 having insight on Big U not being charged federally for the murder, but being charged for the state when Big U doesn't even have that information? And then the second thing, why is EddieBoy seeming upset about what kind of content we runs over here? And especially if we only got like, you know, a couple, we ain't even got 100 people in here right now. Why is he so upset?
Because the truth makes every fake nigga nervous, man. Every time when a cat starts speaking them lies, and then the truth come back to hit them like a boomerang, it makes them nervous. So they're gonna do everything to debunk that truth so they can ride with their lie. But shit, we ain't going for that. We're not trying to have none of that mess, man. You is what you is. Yeah, you're a rat. You run with the rat pack. You got the official toy badge that you run around with. Remember in kids when we played cops and robbers? You know, I was always a robber, but you got your cousins or people you know with that fake plastic badge. He's part of the plastic badge crew. So therefore, nothing he say is gonna be credible. And everything we drop is going to be the truth, and it's going to debunk every type of lie they try to put out there. Y'all set them up. Y'all knew what y'all was doing. Y'all was in fear for your lives. You know what I'm saying? You was in fear for your life from a man who you didn't even need to be, because he wasn't even paying attention to y'all. He was focused on the kids. He was focused on his community. He was focused on more legacy building within his community. He didn't give a shit about none of that. So y'all set him up just for him to get jammed up, and y'all can get away with it. Y'all can sleep better. And it's weird.
Because they scared.
It is crazy.
That's a fact, bro. So Shortstop in the Field podcast say Papa LQ, another Muslim faking, was more worried about doing a documentary about Big U while he was fighting for his life. Laugh out loud. La. So that's a fact, bro. Big U, when Big U was going to jail, I interviewed Big U dad. We were already finna do the documentary, which is gonna be the precursor to the motion picture based upon Big U life, right? So that's what Big U really into at this point in his life anyway, films, and he got 2 mobile apps, you know what I'm saying? So the Fed seized one of the mobile apps and it was just being completed. But Papa LQ is a Muslim that he was faking, and he was all about, hey, we need to do this, we need to do that. I'm like, bro, they done got Big U. You trying to push to do this documentary right now ain't the time. You don't even seem concerned about Big U's well-being. You know what I'm saying? What kind of there's a hadith that the Muslims go by. You want for your brother what you want for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that just wasn't that. So I was like, Papa LQ, this how he looked, and he's trying to capitalize off of Big U going to jail. So that had already didn't sit right with me. Shortstop, he was a Muslim. What, he changed his name from one street name to another? He don't have a Muslim name, crazy ass, lying ass nigga. That's illegal. CS2 is not supposed to be discussing no attorney on no murder case online involving someone else's attorney. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. Unless he's an informant. I don't think that's illegal for the lawyers to be discussing that with an informant. Shortstop in the Field podcast. I think that's, you know what I'm saying? Now, for him to admit that he's on the phone or with Molly Mall and his lawyer, and they're telling him about Big U's case, confidential information pertaining to Big U's case. Well, we know Molly Mall is going to cooperate. Wack just told you that. Plus, Molly Mall is the Grammy-winning producer that they state in the indictment. That's who they were citing in the indictment. Molly Mall, the Grammy Award-winning producer, right?
Right.
So we know he telling, it's in the paperwork, Wack is doing it. But Wack has this bond with this rat, so much so that his lawyer feels, hey, well, Wack, you need to know about all of this stuff, even though this is confidential information. You're within. You able to get that confidential information because you're a confidential source. Clip that.
You're our number one guy, Nick Elroy. You're our number one guy.
Number one guy, Nick Elroy.
On him, you know, his crimes and all that type of stuff. Them dudes don't talk about them type of dudes. Them dudes sit there, they act like that don't even exist. But they'll
Why you don't talk about them? You think they scared?
Nah, man, no, they're not scared. I'm talking about they not scared. I'm talking about these content creators. You know, these dudes don't talk about them because.
Why do you want us to talk about them? You sound like you want us to implicate or do something. They got an ongoing case. So unless some legal filings come out, we'll talk about them. When the legal filing came out that they requested for to postpone the upcoming trial date, and the government said no, and the government exposed how dumb their lawyers is. They got caught lying about not being available at those dates, having other cases. We spoke about all of that. What the fuck are you talking about? You niggas, only thing that draw y'all to our channel is when we talk about CS2 back, because you niggas is dick sucking bitches. All y'all worried about is protecting that nigga and being in his favor, a federal confidential source. talk about what we ain't talked about, nigga. Nigga, I ain't seen no evidence of them. They were offered a deal, more than likely a snitch deal. I'm talking about Vay and Bear Claw. They were offered a deal. It says that in their in the government's motion to push for trial. They don't want to waive time. They want them. They said they'll waive time for Big U, so they ain't ready to go to trial for Big U. Big U want to go to trial, but they and Bear Claw, they're out on bail, so they don't want OR. However, they're out, right? And so it makes sense to them to push this back as far as possible, right? And the government said, no, we already offered them a deal when they first got locked up. And if they don't want to take it, we told them it wasn't going to be no more deals. We ready to go to trial. They should have been prepared. The Lord attorney should have been prepared. We going to be prepared. I think it's in May or June. They said they supposed to, they want them to be prepared. So we talked about that. So what are you talking about? We don't talk about them. They had a filing. We spoke on their filing. But my relationship with Vay is zero. I never even met Vay. My relationship with Bear Claw is zero. I never met Bear Claw. I was on a phone call with him before, but I never met him in person. So he's not my number one priority or concern. But I understand the struggle that all them brothers is going through. My prayers is for all of them brothers for good health and prayers over their family. I've been through that. So, yeah, if they got some more filings, we gonna bust it down, break it down. That's what the fuck we do over here. Let's go.
It's on the simple fact they trying to run with this narrative like Whack, 600, me, Kenny Kingpin, and all these other dudes. We got down on the dude, bro. We don't know nothing about that dude case, bro. We ain't, man, come on. So that's their narrative. Now they'll say something about Monster, and that's it, and that's all. But they're not saying nothing about, man, the celebrities and his crimies and all that stuff. Man, all them people got down on that dude, bro.
Yeah, I recently seen James Harden name floating around too. I ain't looking into it, but yeah, it's a lot going on with that shit.
James Harden, Draymond Green.
Nah, but James Harden really on some. James getting down on that shit though, Rich.
Right.
Like it's mad wacky with that nigga James Harden. What's Loose Cannon's situation? Is it any changes with him, or like what do you see going on with him?
I think there's nothing going on with him. They just waiting to go to trial. I don't know if they offered him no deal or anything like that, but I truly believe is that if he's getting down, if he's telling, I think he's telling, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. I think he's getting down. I think they're gonna leave him up in there until
he think he telling. Well, how are you online just putting jackets on people, snitch jackets? Loose Cannon was snitching from the get-go. Fuck Loose Coochie Ashley. But how are you just gonna say you think somebody telling, bro? What leads you, if you know how to read paperwork, what have you seen that leads you to believe that he's cooperating? Last I heard, Big U told me, don't even look for a Loose Cannon cooperation against me. He didn't say he ain't cooperating on nobody else. He said against him, he said, because there ain't one. Oh, man, excuse me, I'm getting tired. So basically, they just said he was going to beat the RICO, then Vegas going to pick him up. Laugh out loud. Boy, they are upset and relying on Vegas to get their job done since CS2, Eddie 600, and the rest of the task force that fucked it up. That's a fact. Free Big U. The only time the Wag Boy tells the truth is when he states Cash Jones. Everything else is suspect. Fam West TV, salute, bro. We almost out of here. We got one more day.
He get out on the brother, or he's gonna be done. He go to trial, he's gonna get washed up. And then he still have that situation at no jumper. They just the only reason they ain't pushed the envelope on that is because the federal government have put a stop to that until that trial is over with. But
Right.
time that trial is over with, him and that whole IBM crew, they in trouble.
How you know that?
And you think that's why Sharice is getting away from him, getting away from that nigga?
I don't know why she getting away from him, man. I just know she's a liar just like him. She was running with the whole narrative. She was running with that whole narrative, that whole push. She was just sitting there lying on dudes and talking about he's this and he's that, and she was co-signing that. You know how that stuff was when he first came out here, man.
Yeah, to the point that she said that, oh, he lied too much. I'm not with him. Like, that's weird.
Man, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. When you go to jail, bro, it's not weird. That's the norm. I just thought she was gonna stay down till the trial was over with, but that's the norm. She was gonna get on anyway, bro.
We gonna run it up on the weekend for sure. Y'all keep the bell on it.
So, exactly. They all getting a subpoena. Laugh out loud, dummies. CS2 getting brought to the stand too. Laugh out loud. They gonna have to answer to all of this saved internet content they did. It was fun while it lasted. Once the feds realized that Whack 100 was fucking them over and they case over from the get-go by lying, they gonna throw this nigga under the bus, bro. Eddie Girl is a dishonorable Muslim, as well as a 6-0 concluding into his manhood. Yeah, that's crazy. Take us out, Southern Force.
Man, I'm just baffled, man. How the fuck did these clowns are following a creature that's a crossbred between Nerds Candy and beef jerky on his face? This is the weirdest shit on earth in 2026. You can actually follow this man who lies about everything, who came and ride no amusement park rides, but this is a man you want to follow. Let's go lead you to the promised land of righteousness and brotherhood. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all all the Rat Pack. Y'all know what it is. It's time to straight decon on your ass. And that's what it is, man. We ain't pushing no brakes. It's all gas.
All right. I couldn't have said it any better. Salute to my brother Southern Force. Go follow Southern Force YouTube channel if you haven't. A constant guest host on the Damu Kiwe Conversation, and now y'all see why. Hey, crackhead Eddie, go pray to Allah and ask for forgiveness for playing with him, for playing with the messenger and Islam, because you hid behind Islam to try to put away your enemy. You just the same as CS2 back, just from 6-0. Well, I guess CS2 back was from 60 Paru. Ain't that what Suge Knight told me? Hey, we out of here though. Damu Kiwe Conversation.
Conversations.